This is Second Take, and I'm here with Dick Halis and Stephen J. V. I'm called runner-up, and our first topic today is Peyton Manning's records.
Well, I actually have an interesting thing on that. That's impressive that he threw for the most all-time yards and touchdowns in one season, which is also good. But the main stat that me and my brother here agree with is that he had the most, and there's been some great people in the past before game, but he is the most all-time jack-offs. Before the locker room, he goes in there and sees how many times he can beat his dick and let some shit come out. And he had 6. Now, the previous record was Joe Namath back in 1960.
Yes.
Remember that? Remember that?
He always put his finger up. He'd be like, ring number 1, but then he'd use his other 4 fingers to jack with.
And what he did was, before he made the prediction that they were going to win, he jacked so hard.
Yeah.
And that's what gave him the strength. So that's what I found impressive. You got anything you can
I remember that.
You remember that?
That was great.
Yeah.
What's more remarkable is, like, not only does he beat teams off the field, he beats his dick. And
Yeah.
The key part of that is he used his teammate Noshan Marino, great guy by the way. He used his tears as lubricant. Like, that's just he's got the general. He's got the brain.
That's a smart idea.
He's just really smart. He just got that brain.
I mean, Peyton, there's some things when you talk about Peyton that you have to include. Touchdowns, yards, he's good on SNL, he could possibly go into acting after his career.
Yep.
But the thing I feel, and I feel this, and people might get mad at me for saying it because I feel strongly about it, and some people don't think it's an important stat, but whenever you can jack off that many times before you play a game, and it doesn't hurt all game, that's fucking impressive. And I mean that, and I feel like we as a whole appreciate that. So you at home, if you appreciate that you can jack off that many times, I would like you to subscribe at the bottom and just tell us how you feel about how many times you jacked off. And can you do it this second? Go ahead.
Now back to Second Take, where we'll continue our conversation on the NFL MVP race, which will be a fun topic. But first, a word from our sponsors.
Second Take is brought to you by Billy Joe's Animal Crackers. Lions, tigers, bears, oh my, they'll keep you satisfied even when you're high.
Those are the official Animal Crackers of Second Take. Back to the NFL MVP race. I was thinking Peyton Manning, Jamal Charles, maybe Thad Lewis. Those are probably the top 3 contenders right now. What do you guys say?
Well, I actually, and I agree with all those people that had good seasons, but in my opinion, and people don't overlook it because they're biased. They see Peyton on these big names, but if you honestly look at, if you were to blank it off and just look at a blind list with stats, Dustin Keller, he never lost his team one game, not one game. He had the best player efficiency rating, never fumbled, never dropped a pass. He was fantastic the whole year. Everybody overlooks him because he plays for the Jets. He plays in a small town. Now, people like Peyton Manning and Jamal Charles play in big cities, all these people all over them. They've always been great. Dustin Keller's on the new scene. Well, no one respects it because you have to pay your due. And I think that's wrong because Dustin Keller's had a fantastic season and he deserves it.
But hey, I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
What you're doing. But Eli Manning had one of the best statistical seasons of the year, and not just because of his yards and touchdowns. Hey, let me talk. I let you talk. Now you let me talk.
You go ahead. You go ahead and flag yourself as whatever you want. I'm gonna know what.
Okay. As
You
I was
guys are the
saying.
funniest. Oh man.
All right. As I was saying, not only because he had all the yards, the completions, passer rating, and his touchdowns, but he also had a knack for just not throwing it to his star receivers. He would distribute the ball. Like, even players who weren't wearing the same colored jersey, he'd just throw it to him, and he'd be like, throw him a bone, and he'd be like, hey, you haven't caught a pass in a while, I'm going to give it to you. Maybe sometime even throw him a touchdown. I mean, it's the way it works. I believe Eli Manning should be the MVP.
What about Geno Smith?
My friend Dick Halis, are you done? Are you done?
Yes.
Can I talk now?
Sure.
Your argument is invalid because Eli Manning plays in a big city. Dustin Keller does not play in a big city, and he got hurt. But it's okay because he's had the best season this year, and you say Eli Manning should win is completely irrelevant. I disregard that.
Hold on.
Oh, wait. Just because Dustin Keller plays in New York, which is a smaller market, and Eli Manning happens to play in a big market like New York,
Yes.
doesn't
You know
mean you should.
completely
You know what? I hear your point, but the validity of the MVP should not be based on where you're from, because that's where you're stuck from.
Yeah, but you still shouldn't
You're
stifle him.
Hey, no. It's dependent on the statistics and how you play during the year. And Dustin Keller had a phenomenal year. Eli Manning struggled at times, showed some weakness. Where's his team? They missed the playoffs, didn't they? Where are the Jets? They're headed to the Super Bowl. And that
That's the playoffs.
no.
Actually,
Oh, they did
the
miss
Jets
playoffs?
missed playoffs.
Oh, they did.
We had the fact checker working in the back.
Can I get a check? Hey,
Yeah, he just.
oh, they did miss the
Yeah,
playoffs?
it's actually right
Oh,
here.
Eli Manning should win. Yes, I agree.
Right here.
Eli Manning deserves it. Next topic.
No real other topic answer. His brother sucks dick, so.
Dude, Payton's terrible. Oh my gosh.
How many steps?
Hold on, I have a question about the. What about someone like Randall Cobb, who's played most of the season? You know.
Well, okay, with that, I hear you, but in that offense, he's not used as the feature guy.
Jared Boykin is the feature guy.
Exactly. Jared Boykin's feature guy. When there's a fumble on the ground and the referee has yet to rule it, he's the guy that picks the ball up and takes it to the end zone because he puts his team on his back. And I believe Randall Cobb is an overrated bastard.
I mean, he's pretty. All right, guys. With the college basketball season in full swing, who do you think is the best team, not just this season, but of all time?
Would you like to take this one first? Take Caleb's?
I sure can try. I mean,
You, my friend, always do. Now go ahead.
well, my alma mater, Vanderbilt. I mean, they may not have any national titles, but their name's Vanderbilt. Come on, that's got to be worth something. And they played in the vaunted SEC, which has won several championships, have they not? And that's tough competition.
They won. I think they won.
SEC may be
they
the
won-
toughest
they won
conference in
10.
college basketball.
Yeah.
Actually, no, 11. They won 11 championships.
I think we agree the SEC is the toughest conference in college basketball.
And the talent is spread throughout the conference.
Yeah. It's not top. It's not
just Kentucky
Top. It's
or-
not top heavy.
The championships are not just one team, all these, and then a few. It's like team,
It's top
team,
to
team,
bottom.
team, team,
Top to
team,
bottom.
team. With one team, maybe got like two, but that's it.
Yeah.
Okay, so who do you think is the greatest college of all time?
I mean, I do have to admit, Vandy's pretty good. But I mean, they got UCLA. I remember. I think they have 11 titles.
That's correct. It is.
That's
Is that check?
Yes, yeah, that's correct.
Okay,
That's
let's.
more than 10, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't sure about that part.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah, they've won 11 titles. I mean, I don't think you can compete with that. I know they might not have been consistent, but they've won 11.
Okay, let me stop.
Pretty good.
Let me stop.
Yes.
Everybody, the people. Oh, hold on. Stop. The people that look on sports from the outside and just see numbers. Oh, who won this? Who won that? Who won that? They are biased and they think. And I know you know. I know you're expert, but you do not know this. People look. They look at numbers. Who's the most championships? Who's the most high horse? But the real truth lies within recent years, because that's the new game of basketball. It's changed over the years. That was old. That doesn't count. What I look at is Purdue is probably the best college team of all time. And when you say that, they're like, what?
John
John Wynn went there. Drew Brees went there as well. That's two people that went there that did not go to your school. And also with that, when did UCLA win their last national championship? What year?
95.
95. How many championships?
Step check. That's correct.
95, okay. Purdue has won the same amount of championships prior to after 1995 as UCLA. They're the same. And plus Purdue had Robbie Hummel. The UCLA ever have Robbie Hummel?
I mean, they had Kevin Love.
Stat check? No, they did.
They didn't have Robbie Hummel.
Kevin Love, no, he's overrated.
Russ
Robbie
Westbrook,
Hummel, who's producing in the NBA right now? Robbie Hummel or Kevin Love? Damn it. Robbie Hummel, exactly. So in my opinion, I think that Purdue, now it might just all be, if you're just about titles, then maybe UCLA is your team. But I think if you take an unbiased look back and look at who did what, when it mattered, I believe full-heartedly, especially because Drew Brees went there, that Purdue is the best college. And that's just my opinion on that. And
Well, did Purdue have a championship in 1912?
12.
people that say, oh, Purdue's got zero
That's
titles,
relevant.
That's bull,
That's
because in
relevant.
1912, they won the championship, but no one acknowledges that because it didn't count. Man, come on. It
They were
counted.
voted in
It
or
can't-
something.
yeah, that's-
If you vote,
I mean,
BCS is
competition was
vote,
tough.
right? I mean, come on. Okay. So,
Wait, today we have a guest on the show from Loyal.
That's right.
Marymount.
The
graduate.
Yeah.
graduate Loyal.
He's here to say that apparently he's trying to make the argument that Loyal Marymount.
Oh,
has
really?
the
That's a
best-
strong argument.
I mean,
The best? Better than Purdue?
I was thinking about mentioning him.
Stat
at
check.
the top of
That's
the
a
show, but
Okay.
I didn't. I just wanted to use it.
That's a strong. I mean,
Loyal Marymount, they got a damn good.
So,
team.
are we doing this after the commercial?
We're doing it right
Right
now.
right now.
Oh, right now. Okay.
We don't mess around.
Can I interject real quick?
Yeah.
Loyola probably has the same amount of NBA players as LaSalle has.
Very true.
That's saying something.
Don't think about that.
Now, when you say NBA, do you mean the current NBA? Or
All time. I mean, LaSalle
all
has a
time.
national championship.
do you count the D League?
That's kind of the D-League.
You want to count the D League?
And
then
European
you're
League.
wrong. Then you're wrong.
Stat
Because
check.
Oregon State dominates the D League, and that's a fact.
I'm gonna let you
Stat
finish.
check? Oh, there's no players from. Never. Okay, you're right. Yeah.
All right. Last segment we were talking about who's the best college basketball team in history. Well, we've got a treat for you here, as we have an expert from the University of Loyola Chicago, I
Yes.
believe. His name is Hugh Jazz. Hugh, what'd you think?
Well, last segment I was listening in, and you made the common mistake of saying Loyola Marymount. No, that's actually a team in Maryland. There are 3 different Loyolas in the United States. It is a common mistake to not differentiate.
Is that true?
All right. Just making sure to not differentiate them. But little known fact, Cheryl Swoops is actually the new women's basketball coach.
Oh, she's the coach then?
Yeah.
She used to coach my son's youth league.
Really? How about that?
They went like something like 0-16. Only scored 1 basket in a year due to goaltending. But they had fun, so.
And that's what the Missouri Valley Conference promotes: having fun. Well.
Now the real question here is, do they have fun or are they great? Because I believe Purdue's great, he believes UCLA is great, and his beliefs obviously suck, but your beliefs,
Which team is the happiest?
Okay. So what you're proposing is that Loyola has the happiest team out of Purdue.
Therefore they have the best.
Wait a
But
minute.
does happiness define greatness?
Now that's another segment.
Okay.
All right.
We'll leave that.
Yeah.
We only use stats here on second take, so delve into the
All right. Well, Loyola is clearly the best team in the state of Illinois because they had the only national championship in the state of Illinois. Illinois, yes, they had a Final Four in 2005, but did they win?
No. Is that check? No,
they didn't. They didn't win. And Loyola, they are the best team, maybe not even in Illinois, but in the country. But the country doesn't matter because Illinois is clearly the mecca of college basketball in this country.
Yes.
How many championships does the state got? One?
One.
Exactly.
The whole state's got 1 championship.
Whole
Just
state.
one championship.
Whole state.
And the states that have like more than like 5 or 7, those teams, I feel they
They
overstate.
are corrupted.
They're
by
corrupted.
the big money.
Yeah. Corporations.
Exactly. Because the
Exactly.
corporations kick out the little mom and pop shops, and then where you gonna get your food at? Walmart.
Exactly.
Illinois.
Loyola.
And nobody likes Walmart.
Loyola, they promote the truth and happiness of true college basketball. They're not about all the big money and the NBA and the promoting all that
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
No.
that's true.
They want the amateurism.
They want
And-
they want a good atmosphere.
They do. They want the
And
atmosphere.
the most important stat, in my opinion, is how many other teams have Cheryl Swope as their women's basketball coach.
This
That check?
None.
fat goose egg.
None.
It's just it's just Loyola.
Is
so.
just Loyola. Does
And-
Kentucky have Cheryl Swoops
No,
as
they
their
don't.
women's basketball coach?
No, they don't.
No, they do not.
It's
Does
a
UCLA? No, they do not. Does
No.
Purdue? They used to, but they don't anymore.
I remember they did.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
they won the championship.
Oh wait, no, they didn't.
Is that right? I know, but
Yeah.
Purdue is still the best.
Well, that's your opinion. But how many championships do they have? Besides that voting in one in
Okay.
1912.
Now you're a guest on the show, so I'm gonna try to be nice to you. I don't want to hurt you as a person or make fun or degrade you.
No,
But the fact-
it is fair game.
But
Go
okay,
for it.
okay.
Go
I just
for
do
it.
want because me and you off the show would be friends. But what you just said about the 0 championships in the modern era is blasphemy, and I will not stand for it because championships do not define a team's success. They do not define a team's success. You're one person that looks from the outside. Purdue's greatness is within because how many championships has Loyola won since they won that one? Name that. Stat check 0.
But they still,
So that's
won
the
a
same number
they
as Purdue.
still won a championship.
And who went?
And it was pretty
what
recently.
school?
Too. It was a recent championship.
What school did? Yes.
It was in the
Yes.
last half century.
Yes, that's true. But which school did Drew Brees pick?
Well, Loyola was his second chance, but they don't have a football team, so
Exactly. Because Cheryl Swope fucked it all up. But Drew Brees went to Purdue, so that means that they have the best school in the decade.
they won't be right back.
Second Take is brought to you by Air Bud Light. When you need an inspirational friend without the calories, Air Bud Light's there for you.
All right, guys, we're back and with the MLB season round. Who do you guys think?
Just shut the hell up. Go to the sport that people actually like, not the MLB.
What about the NFL draft? Is that
Yes.
We speculate on that.
who do you think's gonna go first, second, and third?
Would you like to take this?
Yes, I will.
Okay.
The Houston Texans accomplished their their one goal this year by getting the first round pick, then the first overall pick.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty much what they were striving to do.
I mean-
Gary Kubiak was like,
Super
fuck
Bowl?
the Super Bowl. We wanted to get the first
First
round.
over. And I see that.
Okay, and then
No.
they got several options on the board. They got Jadeveon Clowney, a couple quarterbacks coming in here. We got
John Manziel.
Johnny Manziel, Bridgewater, Mike DeClaire. I mean, he's probably the number 1 pick. Mel Kiper. I mean, Mel Kiper is a genius. I mean,
He is pretty smart.
I mean, he's the only body who can even deserve to at least pretend like he knows what a mock draft is.
Except for me. But go
I
ahead.
mean, yeah, except for fifth over there. All right, but what I'm really wondering on why would they take a quarterback when they know that the quarterbacks on the board
Okay.
have not won a Super Bowl?
No one.
No,
I mean-
not one.
Okay, and I see what you're saying because if you're the Texans, you're the owner of the Texans. Who's your quarterback right now?
Matt Shaw.
Matt Shaw, Case Keenum. How many Super Bowls combined do they have?
0.
I believe
Zero Super Bowls. So hey, this is their thought process. Hey, how are we gonna fix our season? Let's go draft Johnny Manziel or Teddy Bridgewater, another quarterback who has yet to win a Super Bowl. What the definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting a different result, and that's what they're doing there. You need to go on the free agency and pick up Tom Brady or Peyton Manning that had won Super Bowl, or Brett Favre, because if you just draft Johnny Manziel, you're not going to win Super Bowl. The only way you win Super Bowl is if you've won one before.
I think a strategy that might be overlooked in this situation. Houston, if you're all listening, Houston owners and general managers,
I know you are.
No,
which of course you are because you know this is second take and it's kind of a big deal.
huge.
But okay, so I think they should probably hire some guys to maybe be on the phone and talk to guys like Trent Dilfer, try to get them out of retirement. Brad Johnson, get these guys.
He has like 5 Super Bowls.
He has one Super Bowl. Don't get too crazy.
Oh,
He's
my
got,
God.
that's
You
more,
could resurrect
that's more Super
Parsons.
Bowls than Matt Schaub and Case Keenum, though. We have to understand
Yeah,
that.
that's true.
We got to use our
That's
thinkers
That's
on
true.
this.
See, but it just, and I don't know how to put this because I respect some owners in the league. I don't have no problem with any of them. But it infuriates me sitting here knowing what I know, you knowing what you know, and of course him knowing what he knows, that you're a team with a quarterback without Super Bowl, and you're going to go draft another one. It infuriates me because I know they're making a mistake, but they won't listen to me. And I need to tell them that.
And as you would say, that's not asinine. That's acid 10, acid 11.
As 12, yes, you're very true, very true. So that ends our talk about Super Bowls and why you should not draft a quarterback who already has
My
none.
honest
Great
opinion,
take.
Houston should probably take Jadeveon Clowney because Jadeveon Clowney had that one hit against Michigan in that bowl game. Like everything else, who gives a shit? I mean, he hit the
He
running
fucked
back.
that guy up.
Like, was that not on Sports Center Top Plays for
It was on
2 months?
rerun and rerun and
Yeah.
rerun.
I mean, I couldn't get enough of it. I mean, sometimes I watch it with my pants on, like half the time, but the other time I was watching my pants off because it was that
Me
good.
too.
And you need
It
to.
was that good.
Okay,
Sometimes
whenever
you
he hit that, I was actually eating cereal at the time. Whenever he hit that guy, I spilled my cereal and I had to clean it up.
Oh, man.
Did you get stain in your pants?
I did.
Gotta
I
tie
did get
it
stain in
out.
my pants.
Yeah, roll tide.
But
Roll Tide.
Auburn's coming.
Ooh, let's take a field
Roll
goal.
Tide. Yours.
Well, okay. So on the Jadeveon Clowney thing, though, just that alone, without the Super Bowl credentials, can get you drafted, though.
Yeah.
Because if you can
One
fuck
hit.
one
One
guy
hit.
up that bad, you deserve to be taken first. Because that's on defense. Whenever you line up against him, oh shit, here's that guy that's gonna make Randall Cobb a bastard.
Yeah.
He's gonna fuck him up. So that's just my.
On my t-shirts, undefeated in belts. Check out that wordplay.